Good evening. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday evening, and we do some the pull-ups today, upside down push-ups, of course, and we always do those two things together. So, okay. Uh, all right. Let's do this. Okay. This is the difficult exercise. Full body weight, not partial body weight like push-ups and sit-ups. These are full 100% body weight. Wow. Very important. Calisthenics. Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, yesterday I ate McDonald's. Actually, it was this morning. Uh, the Denali Mac. So I guess I get some extra energy. So yeah. Oh. Ah. 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 Ha 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 ha. Ah. Mhm. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well. Ah. 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 Hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's take 5 minutes. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is very difficult exercise. Let's take 5 minutes, please. Whew. All right. Ah, ah. Sorry, I forgot to open the window. 2 more minutes, please. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Ah, yeah. Oh, happy Tuesday. And yeah, so I came to home after work and I've been writing mostly diagramming, drawing the pictures, the diagrams, graphs, using Microsoft Word, which is good. Yeah, it's decent. They have good drawing tool, right? Yeah. How long did I do that? Hour and a half straight. No smoking, cigarette break, no music. Just mostly drawing diagrams and inserting some mathematical equations and stuff. Wow. Yeah, it was a lot of work. Oh, but I got it done. Okay, sigmoid function and the pseudo Gaussian curve. like just like differentiation of sigmoid function, and I wasn't quite sure if it actually looks like normal distribution curve, like Gaussian curve, bell curve, right? So I pulled out this Texas instrument graphing calculator that I bought last year, I guess. So it was very dusty, right? Then I typed in that function, the different derivative, the differentiation of sigmoid function, and it does look like Gaussian curve, okay, bell curve. So yeah, I was satisfied with the result. That took me about hour and a half, maybe 2 hours even. Okay, yeah, a lot of work, a lot of work. So now that those all the mathematical prelim is over, tomorrow I can start writing about transactional demand theory. Okay, from the very beginning. Right? Yeah, the narrative. Yeah, vegetarian pasta. Oh no. Oh no, no, it doesn't have to be vegetarian. Just healthy pasta. Restaurant owner. Okay, small businessman. Uh, because it's good time to take a break from mathematics, right? In that paper. So it start with narrative. Nice narrative. Uh, and then we did intense workout, right, for like 10 minutes. So I'm kind of low energy right now, just recovering from fatigue. It'll take like 10 to 20 minutes, but I'll recover. Okay, so yeah, I suck it in. Okay, so that it does not bulge out. Okay, so yeah, yeah, nice belt, huh? Yeah, bought it from Walmart about a year ago. Yeah, let me have some more layers. It's kind of chilly. Ah, so in my spare time, I mean, at work I'm busy, but in my spare time, meaning like if I wake up early in the morning or if I'm not sleeping at night, if I'm in my bathroom, my spare time, okay, yeah, I just go to Wikipedia on my cell phone, and nowadays I'm reading European history, Western history. Okay, this is fascinating, very, very fascinating. Okay, yeah, yeah, oh, impressed, yeah, thoroughly. I did not know how interesting history can be because when I was taking classes in South Korea, it it was good. Those are good classes. High school, middle school, even elementary school. Okay, history classes. They're good classes. Okay, because I remember some of the main themes in European history. Okay, European history classes. Yeah, I remember some of the things that they emphasized. Some main high points in European history. Okay, they were good classes, but I still remember. Okay, and those are the ones that I look up in the Wikipedia. So it greatly helped. Okay, but I didn't quite enjoy those classes. Okay, it turned out to be great help now. So like 30 years later. Okay, so those are good classes, but I didn't quite enjoy it. Why? Because we had to memorize those events and years and locations and stuff. But it helped. It turned out to be great help. Okay, so yeah, and those classes were mandatory. In South Korea back then, there's no such a thing as optional classes. No, everything was mandatory. We had to learn everything. Okay. If we don't do the homework, or we get punished. Very Spartan kind of education. That was harsh, alright. And English classes, yeah, they had us memorize like 5 paragraphs 5 paragraphs of English sentences at a time. Okay. What do I think of that kind of Spartan method? I don't think it was necessary. But when it comes to discipline, yeah, it was good discipline. But as a English learning, did it help? I guess it did, but I don't think it was necessary to memorize 5 paragraphs of English sentences. I don't think it was necessary, okay? But it was good disciplinary measure, though. Okay? It made us stronger people, right? So yeah, in that sense, it was had some good points there. Right? It was hard. It was not easy. Anyway, so the War of 100 Years between England and France. The beginning of this story is this, okay? A French king, William the Conqueror, conquered England, and he stayed in England. His families and friends stayed in England. So he became an expatriate, kind of conqueror of England, okay? But after hundreds of years, okay, he became more like, his descendants became more like English. But William the Conqueror still had lands in France because he was kind of king, okay, nobility. So after several hundreds of years, yeah, French people, they were like, yeah, you know what, William the Conqueror's descendants in England, they're not quite French, they're English. So I think it's time for us to take these lands owned by people in England who are the descendants of William the Conqueror, but they're not quite French, they're English. So I think we should take these lands back. So that was their attitude, French people, okay? Because otherwise, French kind of look like France, kind of look like colony of England. Okay, too many lands belong to the England. Well, the England nobility kings were descendants of French king William the Conqueror. Okay, so that's the beginning of 100 Years of War. The very last part that France took back from England is Calais. I've been to that town. Okay, that province, which is the closest to England in continental Europe. It's Calais in France. I've been to that town. Okay, my first Europe trip about 20 years ago. A beautiful town, beautiful people. Okay, great history. So, in France, there are two competing noble classes. One of them, uh, Charles. Okay, the other one, Burgundy. Okay, they're competing, and Charles, like the king and descendants, they're 100% French. Okay, but Burgundy people in France, they are allies of England, Britain. Okay, so when it comes to Calais, the Charles people and Burgundy people, they actually wanted for a while for England to occupy and own Calais. Why? That was very interesting. Some historians they observed and commented in the Wikipedia because Charles family and Burgundy family in France they're competing each other. So, but if the third party England is owning this Calais, then they are happy. Why? Uh, we can analyze the situation in copiomological terms, okay? Copium arithmetic, right? And we'll have to grab whiteboard to explain that because it's very interesting, okay? So I'll write about that at some point, maybe in this paper, okay? After economics part is done. Yeah. Let's take 5 minutes break, okay? Then we'll go over that. Very interesting concept, okay? So, okay, we take 5 minutes break. Ah, whew. Okay. Yeah, humanology. Okay. So there's some little room back there, so that should be enough. Well, another whiteboard with bigger room, spare room. Actually, we can erase this. Why? I'm done with this part. I already wrote this part down in the economics paper, so I can erase this. Let's erase it to have a lot of free room. And I bought this new eraser. Oh, erase so well, relatively speaking. Yeah. Okay. But before we get into this, okay, let's talk some more about psychology, like Freudian approach, like psychoanalysis. What they say is like Dr. Sigmund Freud. He said, yeah, the interpretation of dream when you repress some thoughts, right, in real life, then you that repressed thought, oppressed thought, like immoral thought, they manifest in dreams, right? Well, that's kind of too mythological. That's kind of like too novelistic, science fiction-y, kind of like superstition. Kind of, it's not scientific at all. It's his conjecture, it's his theory, but it's not based on evidence or anything. Okay, in humanology, we take radically different approach. Yeah, you be one day it will be reformation, humanological revolution. They will replace psychology. Okay, because it's not scientific. Okay, in humanology, what it is there's some thought, this copium channel, right? Thought copium like memory perception channel, or uh, if you don't think about it, there will be accumulation of resistance. Resistance increases because this channel is not being used. Okay, so yeah, it will get be those old memories will be replaced by new memories. Okay, so yeah, then what comes up in our dream? If we have negative copium, yeah, it comes out as a negative dream nightmare. If we have positive copium left over, then it makes a good dream. So that positive copium goes out. Okay, so that our body and mind maintain homeostasis of zero. Okay, so that's our replement theory. Okay, just want to mention. Okay, because it's our obligation to correct them when they are wrong. Okay. Uh, yeah. Okay. But will psychology professors pay attention to my paper? I don't think so. Why? They don't have time. I'm not their PhD student, okay? But psychology professors, like anywhere else, any other academic disciplines, they have finite time and finite money, and they have hungry graduate students to feed, to work with. So they don't have time to work with, to even read outsiders' paper like me. I'm not even PhD, okay? So we don't blame them at all. No, they don't have time. They don't have money. And their time is money, right? They have to feed their PhD students, future psychology professors, okay? They have to. It's their job to feed their hungry PhD students. I know because I used to be one of PhD student in computer science, okay? Any academic field is like that, okay? So yeah, how about this humanized paper? Will it ever see the light of the day? That I don't know. It's up to God. It's up to the people. It's not up to me. I just do my job and I leave it. Okay, because we have to move on. We don't have time for activism or advocacy. We don't. Okay, we're just too busy. Kind of cuckoo bird, right? Cuckoo's nest. Cuckoo don't have any nest. It lay egg in some other bird species nest, so that this cuckoo egg will be raised. It's kind of adoption kind of situation. Okay, yeah. But we do what we can and we live. Okay, so And human analytical revolution, we don't recommend people to use any violence. No, we're against violence. Okay. Revolution, we are kind of against it. Why? Because they are too impatient, so they want to bring it to very fast change and using violence. We are against that. Why? Because bad ideologies to be replaced by brand new good ideologies, and they're not going to last very long anyway. Why? Because they don't have any merit. Okay. And we don't blame psychologists, psychiatrists not subscribe to humanology because they don't know about this. Okay. Before modern medicine in West, before modern science in the West, in the Europe, back in the days for thousands of years, they used superstition kind of medicine, superstitious doctors for thousands of years. Why? Because they didn't have anything better. Okay. But now human knowledge is out. It's out there. And it is better than psychology. Okay. But it will take some time for the human knowledge to propagate. We just have to wait. It may take it may take hundreds of years or a couple of decades. We don't know. Okay. And there's something out of our control. But we did God's work as far as we know. Okay. And we just live it. Because in Bible, Old Testament, I think it was David who said this. Yeah. War belongs to God. It's not our job to make wars. Let God fight for us. Okay. So yeah, we just let it happen. Okay. If it does not happen, well, whatever. We do care, but we are busy. Okay. And we don't have time to engage in activism or no advertisement. No, we just let it be. Okay. Because bad ideologies, uh, they because they don't have intrinsic value. After a time or so, they fade away in time. Okay. Okay. I mean, psychology, that's different situation. Okay. Psychologists, psychiatrists, they did their best. It's just that they don't know about humanology because humanology is new to us. To them, it's unknown. But yeah, I tried to publish this in a peer-reviewed journal, but it didn't quite work. Okay. So I just put in the online database. That's all I could do. Huh? Yeah, I did my job. Okay, so right. So some humanology. Okay. You Charles. Okay, and then you have Burgundy. Okay, Charles family, Burgundy family. Okay, so if this Galais, this land belongs to Charles, and Charles will feel good because Charles, he has the land, right? And his enemy, Burgundy, does not have his land. So it's like it's a little bit involved, a little bit, but it's very easy though. So this plus one represents I have it. It's to have and to have not, okay? And this second plus one comes from you have not. I'm glad I have Galais, and I'm glad plus one, okay, because Burgundy do not have Galais. Okay? How about Burgundy? Well, we have to add them. Okay, sorry. Burgundy. I have not. Ah, It goes like this. Yeah, it took me a while to figure this out, okay? I, which is plus 1, I, yeah, I'm a positive person, right? Egocentrism in humanology. I have, and it's good that I have something. And it's good that it is I who have something. So I'm positive person, egocentrism, okay? But you, Brundi, you are bad person. You're my enemy, okay? I'm Charles, all right? So yeah, it's good that it's me with an egocentric. I'm good, Burgundy, bad. I'm Charles, okay? And the fact that I have the Galais is very good. So multiply this together, plus 1, okay? Now, second thing. You are a very negative person. You are my enemy. I hate you. Okay, you're Burgundy. And the fact that you do not have it, multiply together, is something very good. I'm glad that you don't have it. Okay? Now, for Burgundy, I, Burgundy's point of view, I'm the positive being in the universe. But I don't have that Galais. Charlie has it. Okay? Plus, you have, you Charlie, my enemy, you're a very negative person, you are my enemy, but you have it. Plus 1, okay? So, add them together, plus 1, yeah, plus 2, okay? Add them together, minus 2. Minus 1 plus minus 2. Minus 1 here, this minus 2. Okay, so. Yeah, some historians, they're very perceptive, okay? So they're very intuitive, okay? But now we are kind of explaining, analyzing why it is so, and we agree with historians, okay? We're just explaining this, using copium arithmetic, okay? Now, this fourth scenario. Charlie has the Galais, okay? Now, what if England has Calais? Hmm? So this is scenario number 1, okay? Scenario number 2, England has Calais, okay? Then what would copium score look like for Charlie and also for Burgundy? If you want to, I'll let you calculate it, okay? Similarly to this scenario 1, alright? So let's take 5 minutes break. And some vocal rest. So. Yeah, interesting stuff. Yeah, it's good to learn history, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's good that I'm studying just Western history nowadays. Okay. Why did I started studying Western history? Yeah, it's because of this anti-Asianism. Okay. It's too negative news, so I wanted to block the news. Then what do I do in my spare time? Yeah, let's read the old news. How about European history? Okay, so yeah, things happen for good reasons, I think. Okay. Yeah, whenever things happen, bad things happen, we have to take advantage of that situation. Okay. So yeah, I kind of living my life like a monastery back in the days in Europe. Monasticism. Okay, what do? They stay in one place and they work, trade, maybe agriculture. Okay, or some furniture manufacturing, whatever they do. In monastery, monks. Yes, medieval Catholics. Okay, I can't reading about that too. Okay, they stay in one place. Okay, like Martin Luther, he stayed in one place his whole life as a monk. Okay, and he became some Catholic Church's official later on. Okay, then religious revolution, Reformation. Okay, Lutheranism, um, Protestantism. Okay. And after that, a lot of war happened. This war of 30 years, right, around Germany. Okay. Heavy prosecution on Protestants. And then some of those religiously persecuted Protestants came to America, right? Yeah, in 1700s. Yeah, things happen for good reason. Okay, so in the big scheme of things, okay, we are sorry some people died. Okay, but some good come out of that. So their death has not been in vain. They are unsung heroes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Grand scheme of things, history. Okay. So, all right. Our recommendation, yeah, please be neutral, be in the middle, so that you survive. Okay. People who are in the far left and far right, many times it's not just Democrat Party, Republican Party. Okay. In anywhere in the world in human history, extremists they fight each other and they die, and we don't want that. Okay, we want to stay in the middle and we want to survive. Yeah, sometimes we hide. All right, if hiding is not good enough, we need to run away. Like European Jews, hiding was not good enough. Okay, from Germany, from Europe in general. So some of them ran away to America and they spared their lives. They survived. Okay, sometimes that's necessary. Okay. How about fighting? Well, yeah, some we appreciate people who do that activism, advocacy, but we appreciate what they do and they have some good purposes. God created them for good functionality purposes. And we appreciate their activism and advocacy, but that's not how I want to live my life. And that's not how I want to die. I'm not a fighter. I don't fight. Okay. I'd rather hide. I'd rather run away. So then am I a coward? Maybe. But I'm a survivalist. Okay. I do not believe any ideology is worthwhile to die for. I don't believe in that. Okay. Because I think people should put themselves above ideologies as opposed to below ideologies. That's my attitude, okay? I think people should take advantage of, make use of ideologies as opposed to being made use of, being exploited by ideologies, or even being sacrificed in the name of ideology, okay? I don't believe in that. I believe people should be above and beyond ideologies. Okay? All right. Let's go over this real quick, okay? If England has this Galais, okay, then what happens is I don't have it. I do not have it. But you, negative you don't have it either. So this is zero sum, okay? Here is same thing, it's symmetry, right? I don't have it. And you don't have it. Well, I do not have it. And you do not have it either. Zero. Okay? So it's 0, 0 versus plus 2, minus 2, okay? I mean, plus 2, minus 2, you add them together is equals 0. But it's just more equanimity, more peace, right? As opposed to being plus 2 or minus 2, there's some risk there. So they, you know what? Yeah, England, you have Galais, okay? At least my enemy do not have it. Yeah, I don't have it either. That sucks, but at least my enemy does not have it either. But that's good, okay? So we just call it at that. 0 and 0. Zero sum, okay? So it's copium arithmetic analysis of this situation, okay? About Galais during the War of 100 Years. It's between 1300 and 1400, okay? How did it end? That's John d'Arc. Joanne of the Arc, okay, Joanne of Arc, John d'Arc. Because France was losing the war after 100 years of war between England and France, okay. And Jeanne d'Arc, yeah, she has a vision. She was a peasant, illiterate. She was like 18 years old, virgin, female, peasant, low class, okay. And she had this dream, vision that she should save France. So she just walked to French army generals. There was like 1400. Okay? And of course, they didn't take her seriously, but they were desperate. So, hey, nothing to lose by giving it a try, right? So they hired her as a guidon, flag. She didn't even have a sword. She didn't attack anybody. She just carried this flag. Okay? She belonged to the Charles family. I mean, Charles party, not Burgundy party. Burgundy party, they are like allies of England. Okay, so but Charles party, yeah, they hired her, Jeanne d'Arc. Okay, Joanne, Goan. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. Okay, Joanne d'Arc. Okay, and France won. Eventually, yeah, they took back all the French territories, continental territories. Okay. The last place was Calais. There was the something like 1430. Okay, 1400. Okay, and the English king, he was not a king, he was queen, Elizabeth the First. She was a very smart person, female, also a virgin, just like John d'Arc. Okay, so Elizabeth the First, Queen Elizabeth, she said, "You know what? Yeah, I can give you Calais, but you have to pay. We're not going to give it to you. You have to give us money." And France, they agreed, okay, and they gave me some handsome money to Queen Elizabeth because Queen Elizabeth is a very smart person, okay, right? So she got some handsome money or for France, okay, by giving back their own territory, okay. That's how smart Queen Elizabeth was, okay. So living up to her reputation, okay. So very impressed, okay, very impressive. So yeah, Queen Elizabeth was the Queen of Britain at the end of 100-year war between France and England. That's 1400 somewhere, okay. So yeah, cool story, right? History. That's that, okay. So yeah, let me take a picture of this, okay. We'll take 5 minutes break. Let me grab my cell phone, all right? Yeah. Then we'll take a picture of this and then move on. Okay. Okay, let's take a picture of this, okay? That is good stuff, yeah. This is application of humanology, that's all it is. Arithmetic. So why did they want this zero? Yeah, it's homeostasis, more comfortable than being too happy or being too sad, right? But if it's just peace, right? If they're equal, they will stop fighting. Peace, finally, right? But if there's imbalance, yeah, Charles family have this Gale, and then Burgundy do not have Gale, then there will be back and forth war because Burgundy will be jealous of Charles family. Okay, yeah, they don't like war. Okay, after 100 years, they just want peace. They're fed up, tired of wars. Yeah, just zero out, right? Yeah. Equanimity, homeostasis, peace. Finally, yeah, this that concept. Okay, yeah, some good application of copiomology. Yeah, to prove its worth, copiomology's worth. It works, right? So I was very satisfied with this analysis, right? Yeah, I write it down. Maybe this paper as a break, got some insert. Yeah, economics. Yeah, we did enough of that. After main things are done, yeah, I'll write about this a little bit. Okay, so and also some other kinds of mathematics in this paper too. Yeah, because it seems 100 page is the right length. It seems okay. Yeah, it's about book length, right? Paper length is like 30 pages, right? Single space, Microsoft Word, 30, 40 pages. That's about average paper length. Okay. Yeah, this peer review journal people they told me. Okay, so yeah, I think they're not exactly fraudulent business. Maybe they lie sometimes, but it seems they know what they're doing. Okay, so and it was very informative. So I appreciate them. Okay, it was nice interaction. Then I decided not to go along with their writing style guideline, but it was education. Okay, I appreciate what they do. Yes. Okay, what else? Enough with that all that academic stuff, right? Yeah, yeah. I cannot do PhD. Okay, I and copiomology, humanology could not have come from academia. Why? Because we were able to achieve this humanology, copiomology because also ideologics. Yeah, I thought about it. Okay, ideology, and we call it ideologics. Okay, study of ideologics. Okay, yeah, ideologics, copiomology. Okay, big branches in humanology. It could not have come from academia. Why? Because we needed academic freedom. All right, some leisure, like Arthur Schopenhauer said. Okay, to be creative, you need to have some leisure, free time, right? Yeah, but if you're in academia, oh, too busy. Because academia is like run of a mill. Okay, you have to produce results, papers. You have to feed your hungry graduate students. You have to give lectures. It's like too busy, right? Why? Because it's fierce competition in PhD world. To be a professor, you first you're assistant professor, then tenure track, associate professor, and then full professor, tenured professor. Okay, is fierce competition. So limited slot, oversupply situation, price go up. To be a professor, price go up. What's the price? More hours of paper writing, reading articles. They're busy people, okay? It's just market operation, okay? So we don't criticize them at all. We understand what they're going through. I've been there, right? Fierce competition, and we appreciate them, okay? Because PhD career is like typically like 5, 6 years, okay? After that, they do postdoctoral for 2, 3 years, okay? And they're starting to apply to professor job. Okay, so you go to 4-year college, right? And let's say PhD is like 5 years. Let's say it's 6 years. Okay, so that's 10 years after you graduate from high school. So after that, after you graduate from high school, 4 years undergrad, 6 years PhD. I mean, some people go through masters first and then PhD later, but nowadays it's mostly like they go directly to PhD. Okay, so 10 years undergrad plus PhD. After that, 2 years, 3 years of postdoctoral. In medical field, it's like an internship, residency. Okay, so PhDs they go through that postdoctoral study, university or research institutions. Okay, under professors or full-time researchers. Okay, yeah. So yeah, 12 years. There's no way I can do that. Okay, so but some people do that, and I admire their love for academia, science, they're dedicated scholars. I admire that. Okay. But if you're too busy, you have no time to think, right? You just read, learn, and write and teach. So yeah, if you're too busy, you cannot be creative. But we need those people though. They have their functionality, their purpose. But our job is to be outside of, right, kind of monastery way. Yeah, from what I've read, monastery they do three things. Okay, medieval Europe. Okay, Catholic Church. All right, so monastery monks, priests. They do three things. First, they work. They farm the field, right, or make some crafts like furniture, and they sell it. They're self-sufficient. Okay, yeah, and then so there's trade, work, physical labor to make money. There was Catholic Church back in medieval era. It's not dark. It wasn't dark at all. Okay, that's misnomer. It's not dark age. No, they thrived. All right. Yeah, wasn't dark at all. Okay, and priests they worked. Monks, monastery. Okay, Europe between like 1000 and 1800, whatever. Okay, what year was William the Conqueror, by the way? About 1000. Okay, yeah. 1066. About 1000. All right. That's what I thought. Anyway, yeah, medieval Europe. Okay, between 500 AD and 1500 AD, something like that. Okay, medieval Europe. Okay, is the period between Roman Empire and Renaissance, Age of Reason. Okay, Enlightenment. Okay, between that, that's why they call it medieval. The middle period between Roman Empire and Renaissance, something like that. Okay, so for 1,000 years, they did very well. Okay? There are a lot of wars, but in Catholic Church, Catholic monastery, okay, these guys, these old guys or old girls, uh, is it convent? That's for females, right? Catholic nuns, Catholic priests, monastery. Okay, so yeah, I think it's called convent nuns, females. Okay, in Roman, the European Catholic Church, medieval age, they're all virgins. Okay, and Catholic male school, all males, monastery, yeah, they're all celibates. Okay, yeah. Because the way they see it in Catholic churches, they're married to God, they serve God. Okay, and they will work and feed themselves by selling stuff. Okay, furniture or crops. Yeah, they worked. So that's one thing they did. Second thing they did, they prayed. They prayed to God. Third thing, they confession. That's kind of what I'm doing, okay? Monday to Friday, like 8 to 5, 9 to 5, right? I work 40 hours a week, right? And then I study and write this economics paper or humanology paper, whatever paper, okay? So that's like prayer, right? Before that, yeah, labor to make money, to pay the bills, okay? And then after that, yeah, prayer, like science, humanology, cosmology, economics, whatever, okay? Writing and studying, right? After that, yeah, humanology series, confession. Okay? Yeah. So it's kind of monastery. And then there are another branch, the other branch in medieval Europe, Catholic Church, that's the mendicant. Unlike monastery who stay in the same place and who work, mendicant medieval era Catholics, what they do, they are itinerant. They travel and they don't work. They preach and they seek alms, charity, charitable contribution. Okay. And they preach. So they're very poor people, okay, and because they don't work, they are basically mendicants, beggars. Okay. In Asia, Buddhism, there's some mendicant Buddhism too. Okay. It's one tradition in Buddhism, Eastern, Indo, China, Buddhism. Yeah, there's some mendicant school. Okay. Who beg on the street. When I was in South Korea in 1980s, 1990s, I've seen some. They're in full Buddhist uniform, costume. I mean, not costume, but Buddhist traditional clothing. Okay. Yeah. Mendicant school in Buddhism. Okay. So there's some parallel between Catholicism and Buddhism, West and East. Okay. So, yeah. Which is very interesting, right? It's like convergent evolution, right? Yeah. I don't think they influence each other. I don't think so. Yeah. But some Buddhist temple, they are static, just like monastery, okay? They are not mendicants. They don't travel around. They don't beg. They actually work. Like farming, whatever, okay? So, and some Buddhist temples, they practice Shaolin temple. Yeah, Shaolin Kung Fu. Why? Because it originated from those Shaolin temples. 소림사. Shaolin means small forest. Sa means um, temple. So temple of small forest. Very humble. Shaolin Kung Fu came from this Chinese Buddhist temple. Okay, this is really cool. Okay, this Kung Fu martial artists, yeah, respect, right? Yeah, just like Buddhist, this it's called 합장 in Korean pronunciation. It's about prayer, respect, dignity, honor, right? And so traditionally, Shaolin Kung Fu martial artists they do this. Okay, you are subduing, controlling your fist with your open palm. Okay, and then you bow down, right? Yeah. Respect for your opponent. So Chinese martial art is very much based on Buddhist philosophy and religion, morality, ethics. Yeah, respect your enemy, which parallels the Judeo-Christianity. Yeah, Jesus' love for your enemy, right? In Buddhism, yeah, it has same element. It's kind of convergent evolution, right? Yeah. Started differently, but they came up with the same conclusion, kind of. There's convergent evolution. Okay, so, like butterfly and bird, they are not evolutionarily related, but they ended up in the same conclusion. Yeah, you have to have wings to fly. Okay, birds, butterfly. Or some flying fish. Have you seen flying fish? Yeah, I have in California. Okay, or 20 years ago, I was in Los Angeles, California. Well, 17 years ago. Okay, I was in Los Angeles, California. I took the ship to Catalonia Island off of this Los Angeles, California, about for 1 hour, right? Yeah, I saw flying fish there. Okay, so yeah, convergent evolution. Okay, flying fish, they fly with gills. I mean, not gills, but the fins. Okay, I've seen it. and you have butterfly or dragonfly, right? Insects, fish, and you have birds, wings. Okay, so they will fly. Okay, so even some rays, some kind of stingrays, whatever. Yeah, some rays can fly just for a little while. Okay, so I remember reading the books. We take 5 minutes, okay, and let me look up that flying rays, okay. I remember reading books about it, okay, when I was a child in South Korea. Yeah, picture books, right? Yeah, some documentary books. Uh, so yeah, those flying rays. I remember looking at the pictures in the books when I was a child in South Korea. I think it was like Life magazine, Time, or whatever. That series, some books about nature with pictures. Okay, I remember seeing that. I looked it up and yeah, Mobula rays. Yeah, they do fly for a while. Okay. Right? Yeah, they call it bridge. Out, jumping out of the water. Okay, fly for a while. Right, like some whales. It's spectacular. Yeah, they have some theories. Okay, why do they do that? Maybe some to get rid of parasites. Who knows? But they do that. Okay, so yeah. So this time, this after this episode, I'm gonna eat for the first time of the food that I cooked last Saturday. Mostly vegetarian, okay, like tofu juice, and onions and radish and good stuff, right? Yeah, Napa cabbage and some spam too. Okay, so to get some meat there. Okay, so yeah, so this was in the microwave, but I turned it off because it's noisy. Okay, so but today I kind of woke up early. Why? I just try to try something different. Okay, so I woke up kind of early because last night I went to bed early. I think it's good. Okay, so yeah, yeah, to waking up early like a good old farmer, right? Yeah, it's kind of healthy. I think it kind of feels clean. Okay, so what did I do after I woke up early? I cleaned the house. All right, vacuum cleaning and before I go to work. Okay, it feels clean to wake up early and to go to bed early, right? So yeah, it felt really good. Yeah. So yeah, life is good, right? Yeah. Uh, I'm really looking forward to eat that dinner. Okay. Today's Tuesday, right? So I cooked that dinner series in put them in plastic containers after cooking, froze them in the freezer. Now after 3 days later, yeah, I'm having the first taste of that. I will, right? Because I have other food, right? Yeah, I McDonald's, which is very good, okay, and I had it this morning. Last night I only ate French fries, okay, with some mustard and ketchup, okay. That's what I ate. It's a lot. It's large fries, okay, with milk and orange juice, right? So that was last night's dinner, okay, and Sunday Dorito chips with spinach dip and spinach dip and also the other dip, the guacamole kind of the avocado style dip. It was good. Yeah, yeah, life is good. So I mean, communists back in the day they used to call them useful idiots. Okay, okay. How about let's expand that idea? We don't like using idiot term. Why? Because Jesus said, yeah, do not call your brothers and sisters idiots, and we don't. we're good Christians, okay? It's too insulting, it's too offensive, derogatory, pejorative, okay? But just let's explore this idea just a little bit, okay? Useful idiot and useless idiot, okay? Of course, we don't want to call them idiots. We don't want to call anybody idiots, okay? They are unsung heroes, okay? Or unsung villains, right? But if somebody die for a good cause, or if somebody die for a bad cause, okay, that could be the distinction, okay. But of course, we don't want to call them idiots. They could be unsung heroes or unsung villains, right? Probably that's better term, right? But by and large, in the big scheme of things, they all serve God's purpose, human history, okay. Studying this European history, okay, always wars and wars and wars, and all these politicians of the day, they don't. I mean, some politicians, they are famous ones, like William the Conqueror, Elizabeth the First, Queen Elizabeth, or William the Conqueror, or you have some other stuff, other people, but I mean, between like 1300 and 1800 in Europe, okay, so many wars after wars, okay. But not many of those politicians get remembered for what they did. Okay. During their time, they enjoyed money, power, and fame. They were busy people, right? But yeah, not many politicians leave their name. Okay. Well, so when all these wars were going on in Europe between 1000 and 1800s, okay, you have big names like Caesar, Napoleon, Alexander the Great, or back in the days, right? Or Cyrus, Emperor of Persia, Persian Emperor, okay, or Nebuchadnezzar of Egypt, or Ramses, King Ramses of Egypt, King David, King Solomon, okay. Well, King Solomon is something else, but otherwise it's warlords, okay, emperors, they leave their name or some notoriety to, but not that many, okay. But when all these wars were going on between 1300 or 1000, yeah, sure, 1300 and 1800, scholars and musicians and painters didn't pay too much attention in politics. All these wars going on. Okay, that's what politics about. It's about partisan fight, wars. Nowadays, yeah, in America, Democrats and Republicans. Okay, it's just waste of time. Okay, it's same old, same old. Okay, back in Europe, all right, yeah, they would fight each other. Politicians, okay, kings and queens, warlords, generals, admirals. Okay, you have some famous generals in America like MacArthur, General MacArthur, General Patton. Okay, some of them even became president, like General Eisenhower, Ike, right? General Marshall, and some others. Okay, but yeah, it's politics. They fight each other, right? Politicians, okay, different parties, right? Factions. It's been always that way, okay. But they're having good kings who made big difference, positive differences. Okay, yeah. But all these wars were going on in Europe, okay, between 1300 and 1800, okay. There were also good stuff going on. Scholars, philosophers, mathematicians, scientists, painters, sculptors, sculptors, right? They didn't pay too much attention to politics, okay? What did they do? Yeah, they studied, create something new. Philosophy, science, mathematics, fine art, sculpture, music, right? And they are the ones who actually leave enduring legacy, like Mozart, Bach, René Descartes, Isaac Newton, right? Einstein is not one of them. Why? Because he was wrong both in special and general relativity. Photoelectric effect, Brownian motion, that was fine, but just kind of minor contribution. Okay. So I don't count Mr. Einstein or Mr. Sigmund Freud or Mr. Karl Marx as one of those great thinkers in the West. Okay. Because they were wrong big time. All right. Yeah. Yeah. But Isaac Newton, Galileo Galilei, Copernicus, okay, you have Mozart, Newton, you have Galileo Galilei, you have Leonardo da Vinci, you have Michelangelo, Donatello, okay. Those are the ones who get remembered, right? When all these wars were going on, political fights, infights, or domestic or foreign, most of those politicians, yeah, they have some small Wikipedia article about them, okay, but they are not household names like Descartes or Kant, Mozart, Bach, okay. Those people, whether there's wars or not, political infight, outfight or not, they do their job, not paying too much attention to politics, okay. They are the ones who get to remembered, who get to be remembered, like forever, okay. Yeah, some politicians they get remembered too, Elizabeth, William the Conqueror, or Julius Caesar, or Cleopatra, or Ramses, you name it, okay. But then, why am I still interested in politics? Well, it's because as a community service or service to the contemporary people, all right. So we are in this America. I mean, I'm in America. We are all in this year 2021. Okay. Nowadays, nobody's watching this human rights series. It's like 000. I'm okay with that. Okay. In a way, it's more comfortable. Okay. Yeah. It's been the way for like 3 months. Okay. Or 5 months. Yeah. Yeah. No problem. Right. So nobody's paying attention to this human rights series. I'm okay with that. I'm kind of glad they don't. Why? Because I don't want to waste their time. All right. This human rights series is mostly for future generation. All right. If you are my contemporaries, you know better than me. Yeah, there's no need for you to be here. Okay. But this is mostly for future generation. Okay. So yeah. So we're in this year 2021. Right now, March. Okay. Yeah. Springtime is coming. So most of us will not be remembered. Like 99% of us will be forgotten after we pass away. Okay. I may be one of them. I'm okay with that. Okay. But we could be unsung heroes, although our name won't be in Wikipedia. Some of us will be, like maybe 1% of us. Yeah. Yeah. I'm okay either way. My name being in Wikipedia, human rights series, all these papers I'm writing, whether it become famous or not, to me it's irrelevant. What's relevant? We do our job. We may be unsung heroes, hopefully not unsung villains, right? That's better to say useful idiot or useless idiot, right? We don't want to use the term idiot, okay? So if we fight for a good cause, unsung heroes. If we fight for bad cause, unsung villains, okay? Yeah, only like 1% of us will be remembered and get into Wikipedia article with our own names, right? But to me, that's irrelevant, okay? I mean, I hope you be remembered, okay? By all means. God bless you. For generations to come. Okay? Forever, right? But when it comes to me, whether my name get remembered or my name ever get into Wikipedia or not, is yeah, I'll feel good about it, okay? But Yeah, I would feel good about that. My name being in Wikipedia. Okay. But that's not our purpose here. Our purpose is to do our job, to learn from the past, find something new as a current generation, and pass our knowledge from the past, what we learned, and from the present, what we discover. We want to pass both of them, past and present knowledge, to the future generation. After that, we're done. Yeah, we did our job, whether our own names get remembered or not. If we get remembered, yeah, we'll be happy to see that. But if not, that's fine too. Okay, that's my attitude. Okay, so yeah, I don't really advertise, pay too much time, attention. I don't have time for advertisement, marketing, following this formatting guideline of these peer-reviewed journals. No, I don't have time. We're too busy. Okay, we're too to survive. Right? Yeah, we go to work. We tolerate people who come at us. We are being diplomatic, right? Yeah. Sometimes we hide. Sometimes we run away. I ran away from Lower 48 to Alaska. Okay. Will I run away from Alaska one day? I don't think so. Okay, I don't think I would run away from Alaska. Because Alaska is like at the end of the edge of the world. I don't think there's anywhere else to be safer than Alaska. I doubt it. Okay. So to me, there's just nowhere else to run away to other than Alaska. Alaskans are very nice people. Okay, so in my opinion, in my experience, Alaska is the safest planet. I mean, safest place on planet Earth. In my opinion and in my experience, Alaska is the safest place on planet Earth. Right. After this, I don't think there is anywhere else. Okay, it's like at the end, at the edge of the world. Right. From my experience. Okay, so I don't think you can get any safer than this. Right. I don't know. Maybe there's some other places. I don't, yeah, but good time will come. Okay, so we know this. As a humanologist, minus plus. Okay, dualism. Okay, night and day. Okay, so yeah, when we hit the rock bottom, it will start to go up. Okay, economic cycle, humanistical cycle. Okay, yeah, it's so circular. Okay, if you look back in the history, right, it's been always that way. Right, a good time will come. Okay? We know this. Okay? Yeah, we are not pessimists. Okay, we are optimists. Okay, yeah, when things are bad, we know good time will come. But like King Solomon said, when things are good, know that bad time might come too. Okay, get prepared, save for rainy day fund. Right? Yeah. Okay, that's what I have to say. Right? Okay. Yeah, please be safe. Yeah, practice martial arts. Okay, and be peaceful, diplomatic. Learn to hide and learn to run away. All right. Be a survivalist. Please do not fight. Self defense, well, that's the last resort. Okay, you can diplomatically, tactfully, via your communication skill, diplomatic skill. Yeah, harness culture, farm, raise your diplomatic skill. Yeah, work on that. Okay, diplomatic skill, tactful strategy, communication skill. Then you can neutralize the bad situation. Okay, if you're very good at martial art and if you're very good at communication skill, communication art, right? you will never have to use martial arts, okay? Because you can please people, neutralize situation, alright? Yeah, just be tolerant, tolerate, patient, forgiving, forgetting, okay? No fighting, right? That's somebody else's job. Yeah, we need people like that, okay? I was once one of them, alright? Back in the days, yeah, I was kind of belligerent, bellicose, back in the days when I was younger. But if you want to survive and thrive, okay, you want to be neutral, okay? Don't be far left or far right, okay? Because they many times, not always, but many times they get fired like BLM protest or January 6th protest, okay? Yeah, it's become very dangerous, okay? Stay in the middle, okay? Like King Solomon, Aristotle said, and be one of those people in the future, okay? Yeah. Like Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, they envisioned one day a philosopher will become the king, philosopher king. It happened before. Yeah, King Solomon in Israel, philosopher king. Okay. In Korea, yeah, philosopher king, 세종대왕. Okay. Yeah, he's scholar. Okay. Scientist, linguist. All right. King Solomon. Okay. Yeah, it happened before in the West, in the East. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Say this when you are giving this campaign speech to the president of whatever country you are at. Okay. Yeah, Plato, Aristotle, Socrates envisioned this one day, perhaps one day, in humanity's future, a philosopher will be the king of this country, and that day is here, right? Yeah, I'm a philosopher. I'm running for president of the United States. Yeah, that day is here. 7,000, 5,000 years ago, yeah, Plato, Socrates, Aristotle envisioned this very day. 7,000 years later, that day is here right now, right here. Yeah, I'm running for president of the United States. Okay, I'm a philosopher, and yeah, I want to be president of the United States. Yeah, okay. But have somebody else read this speech, okay, and then let them introduce you, okay, and then later on confess that you wrote this speech and hand it over to them. Okay, he will be hilarious. Okay, some sense of humor, right? It's drama. Okay, it's like acting, right? It's a show, right? But it will be very entertaining, good show. Okay, so, yeah. Okay. All right. Have a good night.